Hey folks, this is Shane. Thanks for taking the time to check out the Scout 75 channel. I am just outside of Weyerhaeuser, Wisconsin at the Rusk County High Point. Not a very creative name, but pretty efficient. You know where I'm at. Here's a trailhead. We're going to go up that path right there. I was a little brave and took the toy car up the road that's still a little snowed in, but oh well, we'll be fine. It's all uphill from here. So let's get going. All right, Rusk County High Point is the 6-pointer, which is all the higher we get up here in Wisconsin on the SOTA scale for summits. So take what you can get. But it's the end of March, so I'm still in the winter bonus point season, so this will be worth 9 points for me today. If you get to the right trailhead, this is a very simple summit to reach. You can basically take a series of ATV trails right to the top where there's a nice little clearing to set up. So right now it's about 28 degrees. It's going to get up to be about 48 today, so sun shining, should be a pretty easy one. Well, at least to get there. Activation is always another story. All right, here's the first fork in the road on the path going up to the activation zone. You want to hang a right. This has been kind of a pleasant surprise so far. Snow's all gone in my neck of the woods, but as you can see, over here in Rusk County, they have a little more snow. We're at the next fork where it gets a little tricky. We got to the left, which is going downhill, and to the right, which is going uphill. You actually go downhill, and then it hooks around and goes back up. If you ever find your way to this location and you get to that Y, the second Y on the trail, and you can't remember and you don't want to waste your time, you can set up there. According to the SOTA Goat app, you will be within the AZ. So okay, so at that Y, you take the path going to the left that goes downhill. And at first you might have a little hesitation thinking, I'm going to a summit, why am I going downhill? But you know that there's ups and downs on the path going to the summit. However, you get about this far and you notice a berm and the trail appears a dead end. Well, just go a little bit further and you'll see where the ATV trail branches off to go around this berm from, I believe it's from when they logged this area many years ago. So now another cool thing about Rusk County High Point is the summit is pretty flat. As I pointed out at that last intersection, you're in the activation zone, and maybe not even 100 yards past that there's a nice open area where you can set up a mast. And as you can see, there's plenty of trees to throw an antenna wire up in, but we're still like 1,800 feet from the summit proper, which means if you're pressed on time and you just want to be in the activation zone, you have plenty of opportunities to call your hike good enough and set up and still activate this summit. So keep that in mind, and they come in handy. This is the little clearing I was talking about where I've operated from in the past, and it is not the summit proper. The summit proper is right over there, about 540 feet, but we're within like 40 some feet of vertical elevation of the summit, so we're well within the activation zone. I don't really feel like bushwhacking any farther because this is a nice place to set up. Like I was saying, nice clearing so you can set up a mast and put out some dipoles or end feds, and plenty of tall trees to work with for throwing a wire up. So that's what I'll do. It's about 10:24 now, and take me a little while to get set up, and we'll get on the air, see what kind of mayhem we can raise. Alright, that took longer than I wanted, but I got the activation and a few extras to boot. It's a contest weekend, which doesn't make things easier for a QRP guy, but I scrolled around for a while, found some quiet space. I put out a spot, called CQ for a few minutes, got one contact, and then I called CQ for good 10-15 minutes afterwards and got nothing. So then I did the old hunt and pounce method, just scrolled around and started to find people who are doing parks on the air and joined into their pileups. Now again, running PQ, it's hard to bust through a pileup, so what I'll do is when I find somebody with a good signal, I'll try to throw my call out a couple times, maybe I'll get lucky. If not, I'll just listen for a while, and I'll kind of wait until there's fewer and fewer people in the pileup and then try again. Or I'll find another parks on the air pileup and do the same thing, and then I'll just kind of go back and forth between those two frequencies until they're calling CQ or there's only one or two people. And that's the way to work it with QRP, really. You just have to be patient. Sometimes you get lucky and the whole world can hear you. Other times you gotta be very, very patient. So, yeah. Okay, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. It's only warmed up to be about 36 so far. It's supposed to be about 48. Got a ways to go. And I'm a little underdressed, so I'm getting out of here. We got 5 contacts. I got things packed up. And I've gone through this before. This is my basic QRP kit right here. I got the 5105 that fits perfectly in this little pouch. I got the mic for it and a 10-foot length of 316 coax, and I got the Pack 10 Mini with a length of paracord for hanging it. So that all fits in this little roll-up. Pretty cool. I've had to charge my phone today. I'm down to 1 bar on this Anchor battery bank, so I'm not putting it back in the pack. I'm putting this in my pocket, so that way when I get home, or actually on the way home, I'll plug this into the USB port in the car, charge it on the way home, make use of the 2-hour drive I got. So that about wraps up this little adventure. I think I've told you everything I've done here about 2 or 3 times, so I think it's time to sign off. Catch you next time.